We love him. Give it up. Steve Cody! Thank you very much, Adam. Big hand for Adam, please. I have to tell you, there's one thing that separates me from every other comedian that you will see tonight, and that is I also happen to be clairvoyant. So I'm guessing that there's a percentage of you here tonight from Middletown, New Jersey. I don't know how that works. I'm a PR guy. That's public relations, not Puerto Rican. And I study mottos and taglines and slogans. And it's one of the reasons why my personal motto is expect less. I believe in authenticity and genuine conversation between a company and an organization. So my PR firm, again, that's public relations, not Puerto Rican, we were named Crane's top workplace. True story. We beat 930 other companies. And our motto from that day on became, nowhere to go but down. And we've delivered on that. And I've started studying other organizations and their taglines, and I noticed that a lot of them, if they just added one word, would be 100% accurate. And those of you from Middletown will appreciate this, because New Jersey Transit is my commute of choice, because I have no other choice. New Jersey Transit's tagline is getting you there. Had they added the word eventually, 100% accurate. Because I live in Middletown, New Jersey, I fly out of Newark, and Newark is dominated by United Airlines. United, when they were merging with Continental, ran a campaign that said, it's not who's merging that counts, it's what's about to emerge. Had they added the word chaos, 100% accurate. 2 weeks ago, true story, I'm trying to fly home from Las Vegas to Newark. Scheduled departure time, 11 a.m. Pacific. Scheduled arrival time, 7:01 Eastern. Mechanical delay. The departure time becomes the arrival time. We don't leave until 7:01 Pacific time. But it gives me a new site-specific slogan. What happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas, especially if you're flying United. I believe United Airline pilots were trained as game show hosts because they love to play games with you. For example, Captain de Blasio calling from the cockpit over. Where else would he be baggage claim? Got some good news and some bad news over. Always playing games. Thanks to a strong tailwind, we're going to be arriving a good 35 minutes ahead of schedule over. That said, the folks at ATC in Newark have told us that because of weather they've shut down the airport, so we'll be diverting to Schenectady over. Oh, one more thing. Thanks again for flying United. We know you have other options. I'm at 35,000 feet on my way to Schenectady. What other options? Expect less. It's my motto. So Easter, a couple of weeks ago, I always think Easter, Christmas, how much more impact would Jesus have had if he had access to modern technology? What if Jesus could have tweeted? Imagine the turnout for a tweet like this. Planning to walk on water. Today, 3 p.m. East Shore, Sea of Galilee. Bring a friend. Hashtag flash mob. And imagine the insights we would have into his sense of humor if he had tweeted something like this. Just cured some dude of leprosy. Who needs Clearasil when the King of Kings is in town? Hashtag proactive. And I'd like to believe that he would still be following events today, and I gotta believe he would tweet something like, just can't get over Popes John Paul II and John the 23rd being named saints this Sunday. It's just too much, too soon. Hashtag easy pass. My 93-year-old dad was recently diagnosed with glaucoma. And as you might expect, he's thrilled. Absolutely delighted, because those of you who live in Middletown will know that medical marijuana is legal in New Jersey. So my 93-year-old dad gets to smoke as much pot as he wants. One small problem. Supply hasn't caught up with demand. So his doctor doesn't have any. So my daughter's become my dad's connection. And that's a little weird. It's a little weird, especially Middletown South graduates. That sounds like, yeah, little weird. Little weird to have your daughter supplying your dad with pot. That's all right? It messes with you. Because when I was growing up, my dad was extremely conservative. But now when he uses a word like rush, he's not talking about Limbaugh. And when they were growing up, my kids called my dad Pop Pop. Now he's Pot Pop. And he was a great short order cook, but now all he does is bake brownies. And they will get you baked. And my kids, it was like pulling teeth to get them to go see their grandfather. Now they're like, let's go to Pot Pot's and have some brownies. It's unbelievable. I asked him, he's about to turn 94, and I said, Dad, what would you like for your birthday? And I figured, you know, nice little family gathering, little trip. He wants a bong. And Dark Side of the Moon. We just moved him into a retirement home. And I have to tell you, it's in Freehold, for those of you who are in Middletown. It's a retirement home, and there's nothing retiring about this place. We sat down with my dad, who's a very vital guy at 93 and a half, and they said, Mr. Cody, we want to welcome you. You're resident number 110, but you're one of only 11 men. Everyone else here is female, and I have to tell you, some of these women are sexually aggressive. To which my dad said, where were they when I was 25 years old? Final story, and then I'll go back to Middletown. True story, research recently linked Oreos as being as addictive as cocaine. Did any of you see this? A true story, true story. I can relate, because Oreos, when I was a child, they were my gateway drug. 7th grade, Sally Ann Pappin turned me on to two things. One of them was Oreos. But as is the case with any gateway drug, Oreos, it just wasn't enough. So soon it was Ring Dings, right? And from Ring Dings, it became Twinkies. And I stand before you tonight a broken man. I worship at the altar of the Antichrist of cream-filled desserts. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a devil dog-aholic. My name is Steve Cody. Thank you very much, and good night.